Ready to dive into a world with, well, no choices. We're jumping into Lois Lowry's The Giver today.
Okay.
And it's, well, let me tell you, it's more than just your average dystopian story.
Yeah, you're right. It's like deceptively simple.
Right.
On the surface, Lowry creates this community. They're striving for sameness.
Right.
And everything seems peaceful.
Yeah.
Idyllic, even.
It's like everyone's living in this like perfectly ordered box.
Yeah.
But
as you delve deeper, you realize that this harmony, it comes at a cost.
it does. What happens when someone starts to question the box?
Exactly.
That's where our protagonist, Jonas, comes in.
Yeah.
Right? He's about to be 12.
Right.
Living in this world where it's all preordained. His family unit,
Yeah.
his job,
His whole life.
everything.
And no pressure.
Right? And you could feel that tension building as the ceremony of 12 approaches.
Oh, yeah.
This isn't just a birthday party.
No.
This is life-altering.
Imagine a world with no career fairs.
No agonizing over resumes,
No LinkedIn.
but also no freedom to pursue your passions. We're dropped right into Jonas's world.
Yeah.
His daily life, the rituals like dream-telling,
Right.
and the language.
Yes. That precision of language is striking.
It's like they're terrified of anything
It's like, yeah.
that might disrupt their order.
Like they're trying to eliminate individuality itself.
Right. And it's everywhere.
It is.
Remember when Jonas's dad, who's a nurturer,
Yes.
tells that story about the community debating whether to lower the bike riding age?
Oh, yeah.
Years.
Years. Yeah, it seems comical, but that's Lowry's genius, right?
I do.
She uses these like seemingly mundane details
Yes.
to highlight like the absurdity of a system obsessed with control.
It's like, what are they so afraid of?
That's the question, right?
This fear is so deep,
Yeah.
they don't even realize what they've given up.
It's true.
Like Jonas's family, they're loving, but
In their own way.
it's like there's this underlying
Emptiness.
emptiness. Yeah.
Like their emotions have been like dulled, suppressed.
Yes, exactly.
It's their interactions are polite, almost robotic.
right.
And it's missing that genuine warmth, the spontaneity
Yeah,
that
natural, yeah.
of a family that's free.
Right, and that contrast,
Yeah.
it's even more apparent when Gabriel enters the picture.
Oh, yes,
Right.
Gabriel.
Right.
He's the new child Jonas's family is caring for.
He's not fitting into this mold
He's not fitting
at
out.
all.
No.
He's like his very existence
He's so catalyst.
challenges sameness.
He is. Gabriel's his vulnerability, his inability to conform,
Yeah.
forces Jonas to confront the cracks in this seemingly perfect world.
And then the ceremony of 12.
Yeah.
Right, you can feel the anticipation.
All those 11s.
Right, as each 11 is called to receive their life
It's a
assignment.
big day.
But then Jonas is skipped over.
It's such a brilliant
What?
narrative device.
It is.
That moment, it throws everything into question.
Yeah.
Suddenly, this predictability
Yes.
is shattered.
Jonas and the reader are like, what makes him different?
Exactly.
The ancient.
And that feeling, it's amplified when he's finally called up.
Yeah.
And given the assignment of receiver of memory,
Receiver of memory.
it's presented as this huge honor,
Oh, sure.
but it also means a life of isolation,
Right.
of carrying this burden
Wow.
that no one else can share.
Talk about a turning point.
Huge turning point.
Jonas is about to discover that the truth of his world is far more complex
Way more complex.
and disturbing
Yes, and disturbing
than he ever imagined.
than he ever imagined.
Jonas is like thrown into this secret world
Right.
with the giver, this old nun,
Carrying the weight of memory.
literally weighed down by memories.
Yeah, it's such a powerful image.
It is.
Jonas's world was like all about the present, you know.
This curated now.
Yes. And the giver, he's carrying the history.
The history that's been like erased.
Erased, yeah.
The joys and heartbreak,
Yet they've sacrificed.
all for sameness.
Yeah.
So how does the giver even,
That's like,
how do you transmit memories?
Right.
It's not like downloading files.
no. It's described as this intensely physical,
Okay.
sensory experience. Like, the giver puts his hands on Jonas's back,
Okay.
and boom, suddenly he's feeling things he's never even imagined.
Wow.
The wind, a sled ride down a snowy hill, the warmth of the sun.
You know what? That's, when you think about it,
It's kind of heartbreaking.
it's these simple joys, right?
I know.
The feeling of snow
Yeah.
or colors,
The vibrancy.
gone, erased.
In the name of, like, stability, right?
Is a world without pain, without risk,
Right.
a better world?
is it a better world if it means sacrificing these essential human experiences? I mean,
I don't know. It's like they've chosen numbness
yeah.
over the full spectrum of life.
Over being alive, really.
And as Jonas receives more,
He begins to understand. He starts to understand.
the true cost
Yeah, the costs
of these choices.
of his community's choices.
Yeah.
Of giving everything up.
He sees it all.
Yeah.
Beauty, love, family, but also the horror,
Yeah, the horror of war. The loss.
the devastation.
It's like he's seeing in color for the first time.
Yes.
And everyone else is stuck.
Black and white.
Jonas, he starts to see flashes of color, too.
It's like this awakening.
In his own life.
His awareness.
It's like his senses are just heightened.
At first, these glimpses.
But he's breaking free from this.
The red of an apple.
This blindness.
The green of a field.
Yes.
But then it's people, too.
And it's not just the colors.
No.
The emotion.
The emotion.
Love, joy, but also pain.
Yeah.
Grief. He tries to explain love to his parents.
Oh, I know. And they just,
They don't get it.
they don't get it. That scene, it's like,
Heartbreaking.
it's heartbreaking. Precision of language, Jonas.
I know, it's like...
Love.
Yeah.
It's not a feeling. It's meaningless.
It's chilling.
It's chilling. It shows how deep this sameness goes.
So deep. They're so used to it.
They can't even comprehend.
They can't comprehend
Yeah.
any emotion
Right.
that might disrupt things.
Disrupt the order.
And Jonas, he's got this conflict.
Intense.
He can't unsee what he's seen.
You can't.
Right.
Yeah.
Unfeel what he's felt.
It's impossible.
And then that truth about release.
Oh, gosh.
What they think is this peaceful departure.
Right, to elsewhere.
It's
not peaceful.
it's not peaceful.
It's one of the most, disturbing things about this world.
I know.
This society focused on eliminating pain.
Right. Eliminating pain.
But they've created this system where
For those who don't conform.
they're erased.
And Jonas sees his own father, a nurturer,
I know. It's
perform a release on a newborn.
that scene. It's chilling.
Chilling.
Jonas realizes the depth of the deception.
Talk about a turning point.
His father,
This kind man.
complicit in this system. It's no wonder Jonas feels he has to do something.
Right. Escape.
But what can he do?
He's one boy
He's just one boy
against this whole community.
against this system.
That's where the receiver of memory comes in.
Okay,
And the giver.
right. His connection with the giver.
They realize they need to take drastic measures.
Okay,
Not just for Jonas,
not just for Jonas.
but for the entire community.
And they come up with this plan.
The plan, yeah.
The giver's going to secure a vehicle.
Uh-huh.
Jonas will slip away in the night.
It's a long shot.
It is a long shot
But it's their only way
to break free
to maybe spark change.
from the outside.
You can feel that tension.
I know, as they set their plan in motion
The stakes are so high
for Jonas.
for everyone.
And just when it seems like, okay, it's falling into place,
Something happens.
Gabriel is scheduled for release.
Oh, no.
Talk about an impossible choice.
Jonas has to choose
Does he escape,
his own escape.
save himself,
Or risk it all.
or risk it all for Gabriel?
For a child.
Yeah.
It really shows how much Jonas has changed.
He chooses Gabriel
He does.
and flees
Mm.
earlier than planned.
More danger.
It's a perilous journey,
Jonas's memories
fading.
guiding them.
It's like every memory he uses
One less he has
is one less he has to hold on to.
to hold on to. And it's not just physical challenges, right?
Right. They're racing against time,
Search planes.
hunger, exhaustion.
The weight of hope,
They're
though.
carrying so much.
They are.
It's powerful, you know?
It is.
Like this idea that knowledge, even painful knowledge, it's precious.
It is. You can't just take it for granted. And Jonas, he's releasing those memories back into the world.
It's like he's trying to, I don't know, plant these seeds of change, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Hoping they'll take root, even in that controlled environment.
It makes you think,
It
right?
does.
About the power of just one story,
Yeah.
one memory,
To challenge everything.
to challenge everything. But let's talk about that ending.
Okay.
Jonas, he's spent
Utterly.
physically, emotionally, at his limit.
Pushed to the brink.
And he reaches this snowy hill.
Mm-hmm.
And, well,
It's ambiguous,
it is.
to say the least.
What happens?
Lowry, she doesn't give us a nice little bow to tie it all up.
No. She leaves us hanging.
Jonas sees what? Twinkling lights, hears music, senses this elsewhere, but
Is it real?
Is it real?
Did they make it?
Did they survive? What even is elsewhere?
It's like she's saying, okay, here are the pieces. Now you decide.
Exactly. And that's, I think, what makes great dystopian fiction, you know?
Yeah.
Makes you confront these questions.
Uncomfortable ones.
Not just about this society, this world, but about, like,
Our world.
our choices.
What are we left with
Mm-hmm.
after The Giver, after this journey? What stays with you?
That importance of choice, of individuality.
Right. Because it's not just like a warning about a world without sadness or pain.
No, it's more than that.
It's about what makes us human,
Exactly. The whole spectrum, even the hard parts.
that we're not meant to be, like these robots.
No. Real happiness.
Fulfillment.
It can't exist without choice.
Wow. Free will. So I guess, like,
It makes you wonder, what kind of world are we creating? Are we embracing the messiness, the complexity of, like, being human?
or are we striving for this, like, this fake saneness?
Giving up freedom for
What? For control.
the illusion of safety, maybe.
It's a lot to think about.
It is.
And it's amazing to me that a book written for young adults
Right.
can still spark these really big conversations.
Exactly.
And that wraps up our deep dive
Yeah.
into The Giver. We hope you're leaving with lots to think about.
Lots to ponder.
Maybe you even want to revisit the story.
Always a good time to reread Lowry.
Sometimes it's those journeys inward, right?
Yeah.
That make us question and fight for a better world where we can all feel and experience everything.
Everything life has to offer.
Exactly.